Well, good morning and welcome back to the Pap Laszlo Arena in Budapest. It's the final day of individual competition here at the World Championships. A very good morning to you. We're going to take a look at the two weight categories that are taking place today. These are the super heavyweights. It's the plus 78 kilo category for women and the plus 100 kilo category for men. I'll take a look at the top four seeds and then we'll go through a few of the matchups and their records. Let's start by taking a look at the top four seeds in the plus 78 kilo category for women, and the number one seed is the former Olympic gold medalist and twice world champion Idalis Ortiz of Cuba. She was silver medalist in 2019, and I think the real thing to look at with Idalis Ortiz is her record against her biggest rivals. The number two seed is Maria Suelen Alterman of Brazil, against whom Idalis Ortiz has a 16-0 record. Beaten her 16 times, so doesn't look good for Maria Suelen Alterman if they have that head-to-head. As far as Alterman of Brazil is concerned, against other competitors, she's got a 5-1 record against her teammate, a number three seed Beatriz Souza, and a 6-2 record against the number four seed Maria Slutskaya. Beatriz Souza was fifth in 2019, losing to Kyra Sayet in that bronze medal contest. And as far as Marina Slutskaya is concerned, I said the 2-1 record against Ortiz. She is the bronze medalist from this year's European Championships. Outside of the top four seeds, there are plenty of athletes to look at, including former world champion Asahina Sara of Japan, and there's another Japanese athlete in there as well, Tomita Wakabe. So two Japanese super heavyweights to look out for, and if you know the history of super heavyweight athletes in the women's division, it's normally Japan, China, Cuba, or in recent times we've had a couple of the French athletes doing really well, so look out for them. Outside of that group, Larissa Čerić of Bosnia-Herzegovina, and I would like to see what will happen with Milica Sabic of Serbia, and the reason I say that is that the Serbians have had a really good showing at these World Championships, and a good performance from Sabic today will see her take a place in the Olympic Games. It really has to be a good performance from her if she's going to do something. Right, let's take a look at the top four seeds in the plus 100 kilo category for men. And the number one seed here is Tamerlan Bashaev, representing the RJF. The number two seed is Rafael Silva of Brazil. The number three seed is Kageuro Kokoro of Japan, and the number four seed is Gela Zalishvili of Georgia. I think for all of these countries, all of the four top seeds, you can mention someone else from that country who is a close rival. Tamerlan Bashaev has Inal Tasoyev to deal with, but it's Tamerlan Bashaev who is the current European champion himself, a junior world champion back in 2015. He is 1-1 against Kageuro Kokoro of Japan.
Be ready, last day for the individuals. 3 minutes to go.
Sorry about that. Kageuro Kokoro of Japan. First at the world, it's his first time at the World Championships, and he's probably going to be best remembered for his defeat of Teddy Riner. Number four seed Gela Zalishvili, he also has a rivalry, and that is with the former world champion Goran Tusishvili. Rafael Silva, the number two seed, he is up against his own demons, if you like, someone else that is giving him a problem in Brazil, David Moura, and he is here today. So there's lots to be looking at in these particular matchups. Rafael Silva, twice an Olympic bronze medalist and 3 times a world medalist. Outside of that group, well, you've got the Olympic bronze medalist from Israel, Or Sasson, Roy Meyer of the Netherlands, my particular favourite, Yahiv Kamo of Ukraine, and there's a real outsider for me in Pool D, Martti Pumalainen of Finland. Now, not a lot of people will have heard of Pumalainen, but he's been showing some real form, and I think that is someone to look out for. Right, I think that has given us a fairly good rundown of who to look out for in the super heavyweights, both male and female. We have 3 mats as usual, and our commentary teams are on mat 1, Loretta Kusat-Doyle. On mat 2, it will be Neil Adams, and on mat 3, it is Dennis van der Geest. We've got a minute before we get underway, time enough for you to gather your thoughts, sit back and enjoy the action.
Day of the individual competition here in Budapest for this World Championship Judo Fest 2021, and that's the only way I can explain it, because it's been absolutely amazing. Now, if you were expecting to hear Dennis van der Geest here on mat number 3, he's made me swap so that he can do the heavyweight men, because, of course, former world champion, he wants to cover all of the fights in the heavyweight division men's, and I said, yep, no problem at all. So, we've got the plus 78 kilos ladies here on mat number 3, and you've got me all day here. And then it's Dennis and I this evening for the finals and the bronze medal matches. Our first matchup here is Marjanac of Bosnia-Herzegovina, and she's up against Segvari of Hungary. So the Hungarian crowd already starting to be vocal. Segvari is in blue, and Marjanac is in white, and she's gone over there for a Wazari, and it's going to be an offside commi straight away. So immediately follows in just for the 10 seconds. That's got to be one of the quickest Ippon wins on mat number 3. So mat number 3 kicks it off. First round, remember, are unseeded fighters having to fight it through to the second round fights. And we are covering mats pools C and D here on mat number 3. Makikomi, Soda Makikomi there, and just takes her over and directly into the down there.
Next contest, first round for women over 78 kilogram category. E-white judoist.
Vari then of Hungary wins her first round match. She'll go through there to fight Eseli of Algeria in the second round. So here we go. Second fight, Tomita of Japan up here against Jablonskite of Lithuania. Forty fighters starting this plus 78 kilos category. Two representatives from Japan, of course, Asahina, who is a former world champion, but she's number 2 choice for the Olympic Games, and Tomita, youngster they've put out here. What can we tell you about Tomita? In 2015, she was junior world champion. She won the Budapest Grand Prix Senior 2019. So she's been out there, but they've decided to send 2 anyway. Stand-up judo, looking for the Seotoshi there. Jablonskite, just she has the sleeve, has the lapel, but she's going to have to go in for an attack. So far, Tomita, the one with the attack. Second penalty up there to Jablonskite. Now, throws a Makakomi in. And she realises that one more penalty and it's going to be all over. And that's going to be a score. And that's Seotoshi there from Tomita. Scores a Wazari. Have a little look at the landing on it. Lovely Seotoshi. It goes downwards in projection. That's the difference between the Seotoshi and the Tayatoshi. Tayatoshi comes upward with the leg, and Seotoshi goes down towards the floor. A lot of people think it's just about the grip, but it's not. It's about the projection. So now Jablonskite knows that she has to come forwards.
Golden sword, Tatami 2.
One minute 12 left on the clock. Round 1 contest. This is the last day of individual competition. Oh, it's all over. So third penalty to Jablonskite. Tomita of Japan will go through. Seotoshi gets the score. 2 hands on 1 sleeve, actually.
blue for Croatia, Ivana Maranic.
Belikash of Kazakhstan up against Maranic of Croatia. Croatian in blue. See quite a big weight differential in the plus 78. So of course some just over the top of that 78 category and some weighing around about 130, some 140 kilos, so substantial difference. When you consider that, of course, when you go 3, 4, 5 and 6 kilos difference in certain, think, oh, that's a lot of giveaway, but not in the heavyweight division, which is what makes it very interesting when it comes to individual competition. It's open weight competition, because with open weight competition, of course, it gives the smaller ones chance to have a go at the bigger ones. Really put to test the fundamental principles of Kano's judo. Now Soto Makikomi, that's going to score. Was Ari scored? Is it, or was it Mate before? I think it was Mate. The Soto Makikomi there goes on the leg, front leg collapses, and of course it's a winding throw. 2 penalties up there to Belikash. 2 quick penalties, so there was something she did there. That's why, and I didn't quite see it. So this is going to be a third Shido, I think, for Belikash. It's going to be all over for her. Maranic is going to go through. Soto Makikomi, and not quite sure what she did there, because there was a mate, there was an infringement without a doubt, and the referee was quick on it for a Shido. Last fight of the first round here, and well, in pool C and D anyway. So what have we got? Somishvili of Georgia here up against Kim Hae-yum of Korea.
Neutral athlete representing RJF, in blue representing Germany,
So the Georgians have really concentrated on their women's program. Of course, won everything in the men's when it was just men that could compete. I mean, we had men and women's team matches, but they were winning all the team matches. Prolific at it, actually, and now that it's mixed, men and women's, of course, they've got to concentrate on their women's, because they've got to put certain weight categories out, and they've got to qualify them. They have to qualify to get into the team, not into the world team, but for the Olympic team. They have to qualify in the world rankings in the individual events to be able to, for them to put them in to the team. So it's one of the first times that I've seen Simishvili from the heavyweight division. Now Kim in for the Seoinage here. Simishvili just managing to block it out. Well, Althaman is the #1 seed in this World Championships. Souza of Brazil is the #2 seed. So Ortiz, oh no, just looking, no, Pool 1, of course it's Ortiz, the former Olympic world champion, is the #1 seed. Then you've got Slutskaya, then you've got Althaman, Pool C there, #1, and then Souza. So the two Brazilians head Pool C and D. You can put two representatives in two weight categories at the World Championships, so you can have 9 fighters, men, 9 fighters, women. And so you pick your 2 best weight categories in order to double up. You can't have 2 in every weight. Well, the contest would just go on and on. So if you've got a little bit of depth, that's what enabled the Canadians to put Deguchi and the newly crowned world champion in for the individual competition there. Klimke, of course, doing a sterling job, absolutely amazing job coming through to become Canada's 2nd women's world champion. Wow, 1 Shido up here. That's the 2nd one just gone up to Somkishvili. Another attempt there by Kim. But she seems to be the only one at the moment that's popping the big techniques in. So the fighters have to tuck their judogi in without the referee. They can't just take the belt off to do it. They have to tuck it in as they come to the middle. And if they take too long with the belt, they can get penalised. Ouchigari here by Kim. And now, again, another attempt at a forward technique. She's not having a lot of success with that one. Better with the Ouchis, I think. But definitely, Somkishvili not far off getting the 3rd Shido here in the Honsokamaki. So it's got to be very, very close now. Somkishvili just not having any chance of putting an attack in. So Somkishvili kind of knows that it's a possibility here. She might just get the 3rd Shido, and Kim will go through. Kim goes through, and we are now going to move into the 2nd round, and it'll be the first time that we've seen Althaman of Brazil, #3 seed, but before that, let's just have a little look at some of the highlights. Yamarashi looking for the Ouchi was definitely a better option, I think. Althamam up against Kalanina of the Ukraine, and Kalanina, of course, so rangy. She really is, just absolutely towering above Althamam.
Women over 78 kilo. In white for Brazil, Maria Suelin Aldeman. In blue for Ukraine.
Big right arm there of Kalanina coming over, and I always feel that she should be popping a big Ouchi into Uchimata in all the time because of the, well, the range that she has. Well, that's interesting. Althamam opting to go over the top there with Kalanina. I don't really think that that's going to be the best thing. Shido, though, to Kalanina. She was the one just blocking out. Yeah, I think she's better to stay inside there, just where she was there, and use the inside lapel grip. Now she tries the Uchimata, Kalanina. Big right arm going over there, trying to pull Althamam's head in. And Althamam hasn't done anything herself yet. She's been posturing, defending. Now she has. That's going to be a score. Wazari scored there to Althamam, and she's going to turn it into the hold down. The hold down's on, and just needs to hold it for the 10 seconds. One big attack. Althamam knew it was the right opportunity there. Althamam goes through to the third round. Ouchigari, and a nice driving Ouchigari it was there, directly into the Osai Komi. Asela of Algeria here against Sigdvari of Hungary. Already the Hungarians starting to warm up there with the horns. When they get one of their own on there. Left-handed fighter, Sigdvari. Dominating the sleeve, got the lapel. Wazari scored. Sigdvari then just got to hold down now. Just needs to secure the top half. Scores a really nice Wazari and directly into the hold. And just manages to pull her back there and say, no, you're not going over there. Here we go. Wazati upon then, Sigdvari goes through. Flying through these early rounds here in the heavyweight ladies division. Ippons all the way. Ippon, of course, is the main aim of what we want. Look at that, very low. Tsuyotoshi turns into Soda Makikomi, and in the end manages to pull her opponent back into the Olsai Komi. As soon as she turns back in, of course, it's all over. Nunes of Portugal here. We haven't seen her out yet, and she's up against Tamita, who had to come through a first round match. So we've got left against right here as well. Second place in Tel Aviv Grand Slam 2021, and third in the Paris tournament. Nunes always winning medals at the Grand Slam Grand Prix events. Makes it difficult sometimes. If you look there, you can see the legs there. Left foot forward, right foot forward of her opponent, and it's like a W effect. Now that was close. And Tamita there trying to use the hands in order to take her opponent over. Seventh day of competition here at the World Championships in Budapest, and it's been amazing. What an amazing World Championship. So many ippons. A commentator's delight. Swapped over mats with Dennis van der Geest. He's on mat number 2 and I'm on mat number 3 for today until we get to the final block. Then it's all central mat for the medal matches, and we'll be doing it together tonight as well. Tomorrow we have the team competition, and if you haven't seen a team competition, have a little look, because it's very, very interesting. Well, Nunes hasn't really initiated anything yet, and it's been Tamita, and you can see here they're both on the sleeve, but it's the lapel hand that's the difficult thing. So a poor attempt there from Tamita. She might get a second Shido here, Nunes. Gets away with it. Not far off though. It's about initiating a technique. There's another one there from Tamita. Easily squashed by Tamita there. Nunes tries to rotate in. And again now, Tamita starting to work. Oh, she went against the arm there, Nunes. Wow, that looked dangerous. That definitely looked dangerous to me. That's a possible Honsokamaki, that, because that, well, she got a Shido for it. And you go against the arm while applying a technique, and it can go Honsokamaki disqualification pretty damn quick. And she did that purposely. Uchimata this time from Tamita. 2 Shidos up there to Nunes, who's got a big arm round the back now. That's what she likes. And if I was Tamita, I'd be on my bike. I wouldn't stay there. Oh, that's it. Ippon scored, and that's going to be a clean Ippon there for Tomita. She just changed the direction and projected Nunes flat onto her back. She was almost waiting for the attack. So was Ari been given then? So she fights again. She lives to fight another day, as you would say there. She was given a Wazari for that, Tomita. Doesn't know what to do, does she, Nunes? What else do I have to do, she says. It might be the third Shido there, just for flopping onto the floor. And it is third Shido, and the winner, of course, Tomita. We'll see about the score and how it unfolds. And this time, Nunes is going for the attack. This is the change of direction. Well, obviously judged not to have enough height on it, and, well, was Ari given. But here we go, Ibrahim of South Africa here against Koro of, well, I'm going to just look that one up. Togo, she'll have to excuse me there. I'm so sorry, but just caught me on the hop, and there, oh, look at that. Koro, absolutely beautiful Koso de Gak there against Ibrahim, and takes her down flat on her back with a Kosoto. Beautifully taken. Well, let's have a look at that one then, because straight the way through to the next round changes the technique. Taniotosh, I can hear you all out there going, oh, that was more like Taniotosh. Kosoto or Taniotosh, beautiful technique, and flat on her back. Salza of Brazil then, first time we've seen her out. She's number 4 seed, and here she is against Fontaine of France. Tough fight this one, first round, or well, second round, they both went through, but still tough. Fontaine trying the Sodi on the right. Salza has to start her campaign opting for the double lapel. That means she's got to go in. Just trying to set up the right moment to do it, I think. Oh, that's a nice combination. Went to the outside and then decides to go right the way across. Attacking both flanks there and looking for the hold down. One was Ari on the board, just over a minute gone.
Oh, well. Nice was Ari's score there. Good Ashiwaza. The left foot. Perfectly timed. 2 hands on the sleeve.
Trying to throw that big right arm over the top there. Fontaine still needs to put a bigger attack in, needs to commit. Soto Makikomi again. Just over halfway, and again, just trying to come across there. Sousa just doing a good job of controlling that sleeve. There she is again onto the outside leg, and that was a good attack from Fontaine.
Still quite young. Not that long in the heavy waist.
So, well, the second's ticking away here. Fontaine needs to really get on a bike and start to put some attacks in. She needs to get that score back.
Tatami 2, next contest. Second round for men over 100 kilogram category. In white, Judo, representing Georgia.
Soto Makikomi again. Is that going to be a score? It was very, very close. For me, not, but sometimes they bounce back, and so the initial first landing is more of a score, but no score given for that. So just 30 seconds left. Okay. One more attack there from Sousa. Deciding that attack is best form of defense. Just needs to block out now, nothing stupid, and it's all over because Sousa will go through. Both the Brazilians through then. Possibility of a semi-final clash with the two Brazilians. So Ashiguruma takes her over, and well, Uchimata as well, but well, Sousa just had the measure of her, and it was that one score. Marinic of Croatia here against Marenko.
Ivana Margaret. In blue for Nicaragua, Isaina Marenko.
Marenko of Nicaragua. Marinic, very experienced, and she'll have to try. Well, I was going to say Marenko will have to try and stop that big right arm coming over. You can see the height difference there. One Shido on the board already, Marenko. Now she has the sleeve and she has the lapel. And Marenko can feel the danger already here, and Marinic is about to go in with the big gun. Just trying to find the way in. Shido, Shido. So that means that now Marenko is going to she will have to attack. Well, I'm sure that Marinic will not mind if it just goes to a third Shido, but we want to see Ippons mostly in the ladies division that it goes Ippons all the way. It might just be Shido Shido, and it is. And so that Marinic through, didn't have to do a lot. So she'll go through to fight Souza of Brazil into the next round.
Die Herr Shikruhu. In blue judo for the Republic of Korea, Kim Hae-yeon.
Shikrahu coming out, first time we've seen her in this second round, but Kim, of course, we've seen before.
Daniel Allerstoffer. In blue for Slovenia, Ene Marinic.
Well, no rotation at all there from that technique for Kim. Shikrahu there, well, going across the face, quite blatantly going across the face there. They really are going to have to do something about that, I think. Diving across the face, I mean, there's no penalty, it's just a mate. But you can really hurt the face, and it's not really diving to go underneath the chin. Well, there's no movement to flick it underneath, get the jacket underneath, or to dive, slide your hands to the side of the neck underneath. There's lots of different ways you can get into the neck, but that was close. Shikrahu there almost took her backwards. So Kim got the inside grip. Now she's got the sleeve as well. Needs to go. The Ouchi is probably her best technique. Shikrahu was the one that initiated that then. Can Kim get that leg out? Well, the Koreans struggling really for a medal chance at this World Championships, which is very unusual. I mean, I know for a fact that their number ones are preparing for the Olympic Games, but poor performance really by Korea. Good aerial view there. That fantastic camera that we've got on a big long pole here just gets some fantastic shots. Oh, well, look at the turnover, and didn't expect it to come quite so easy, I don't think. Hand on the inside, and I think that's what Kim's coach is saying. Keep your hand on the inside. The Ouchi, keep plugging away at that. Seems to be her best technique. Suramakakomi again, Shikrahu. Well, I'm surprised actually that we haven't had more Shidos. A lot of flopping going on. Into golden score. Needs to keep moving, Kim. Certainly what coach is telling her. Arm on the inside, keep moving. And that, for me, is just a flop and a drop. No-handed technique. She's going to get Shido for it. Golden score can go any time. Well, I really don't know what that was. I think she was kind of half attempting the Ouchi. Wow, a real clash there. Just trying to grip up. Big smack in the mouth, and never a pleasant thing. It's not purposely done. Well, again, you know, looking for the, I think, the Soda Makikomi, but no hands keeping contact, and over she goes again, and just the turnover, but with no finish at the end. Got to be a Shido, surely. I mean, I would think that, yeah, just there's nothing there, and 2 Shidos on the board, and I'd say that Shikarahu should have 2 Shidos on the board as well.
Representing Montenegro,
And that's the same, exactly the same. Whether she's looking for the Ochigari there or not, she needs to be much more precise with it. She'll be given the benefit of the doubt here, otherwise it's Honsokomaki. Big left arm over there. First good technique we've seen there, and that was, is it a Wazari? Have they given her a Wazari? I think they have. Shikarahu, left Sianagi, first proper technique that we've seen, and she scores with one of the side to front Wazaris.
I don't understand why people are doing it. Just grab the ball. This is a good score for Moormeyer. Edmond, the breaker out. Good Uchimata. He's not the tallest heavyweight, but is great drive from the upper body of Uchimata.
Well, they've taken the Wazari off, and so it continues here. Kim can still bring this back. So Kim now decides to really throw caution to the wind, and here she goes. Sianagi then. Well, I'm really surprised that no penalty has been picked up for that. It's Soda Makikomi if you keep hold of the sleeve and then rotate, but not if you just fall flat on your face. That was a better one. Well, it's all over. I think they decided that was enough of this, and so Shikarahu does win it, and by default 3 Shidos then, and she'll go through. Drop Sianagi. Just about gets her onto her side for a score. Soto Makikomi. Mabala Antanaga up against Gonzalez here, and she'll be all action, this lady. Well, you can see there, Mabala ready to go forwards here. Seen her on the world circuit as well, Mabala. Wazari scored there. That was a nice technique by Mabala. First place in the African Senior Championships. And third place in Antalya in the Grand Slam. Nicely done there. Just needs to hold her now for 10 seconds. Sense of urgency there from Mabala. So Mabala Antangana goes through, and this was urgency. I mean, look at this here now, looking for the double lapel turn. Made it look easy, didn't she? Gonzalez just turned straight over onto her back. 2 Wazaris then, and she's through. So this third round now is to get through to the quarterfinals. Althamam of Brazil here is up against Shidvari of Hungary. Left-handed fighter, Althamam. Shido, I think. Neither one actually attacking. Well, I'll give Althamam her due. When she sets it up, when she attacks, it's going for Ippon, always. She conserves herself for the right moment, and that was drop Sianagi there from Shidvari. So just feeding that sleeve into her hand there. She needs to get onto the inside of the leg, I would have said, for the Ouchi. Saying that. Soda Makakomi, and first really big attack. And she scores a Wazari. Now, can she pull the hold down? The referee will allow this to carry on. If that foot comes out now, ooh, very close. Shidvari just manages to hold on. Started off as Soda Makakomi. She had the sleeve at first, so it was almost Sodi. Now it's up to the Hungarian. She has to come back. Left to left. Well, she just walked out there. The second penalty up to Shidvari. Did she get it? Don't think she did. Well, we can see the shape of the actual contest there, can't we? It's left to left. So Skitvari realizing that she needs a score here, and Ulthimum just picking her moment. Coming into the last minute. She's setting her up again now, Ulthimum. Skitvari, though, good tactics. She knows she's got to go in first there. Ulthimum trying to dominate that sleeve. Now she's going over the top there, and Skitvari just very poor on the edge there. There was no attack with her going out. That just might be it. And the referee just allowing it this last time to go on. Not renowned for a newaza here, Ulthimum. Referee not allowing that to carry on. "15 seconds left." 14 seconds now, and Skitvari comes forward. She'll just have another attack. Sianagi this time. 5 seconds left on the clock. So Ulthimum will go through to the quarterfinals. She'll be our first quarterfinalist. Just one score. Wanted the sleeve, control of the sleeve, and then from the Sodi position there, Sotomakokomi takes the Hungarian onto her side. So one quarter-finalist already then for the Brazilians. Tamita of Japan up here against Koro of Togo. And a nice Tayatoshi there. That was more Tayatoshi, and directly into the hold, and just needs to hold her for 10 seconds. That was nice leg across there, just needs to readjust balance. And there she is, through to the quarterfinals. Lovely. Tayatoshi and just, was it Tayatoshi? Oh, it's Ashiguruma. So nice Ashiguruma there. Taking her over for a Wazari.
In blue for Croatia, Ivana Maranic. Tatami 2, next contest, second round for men over 100 kilo. In white for Mongolia, Uzibair Turenbair. In blue for Austria, Stefan Hegi.
Salza of Brazil up against Maranic of Croatia in this third round match. So 1 minute gone of this contest. Shido apiece up there, and Salza now trying to be the second Brazilian through here. So it's going to be Shido's. Is it going to go one way? Well, Maranic is the one that gets it. So Salza is the one trying to come forwards. So now Salza starting to go to work there, looking for the Ouchi, trying to look busy. Is it real attacks? Debatable, looking for the third penalty. She's got a second penalty up there as well, Salza. Lorette, would you just take just a little bit of film with me with these on commentating? Thanks. So, somebody's asked for it. Yeah. Now Salza is starting to go to work now, looking for the Ouchi here, but Maranic as well, she realises that she is in danger as well. That's going to be it, and a Wazari scored. Wazari for Salza, and now holding down for the 10 seconds. Only 10 seconds needed, and that is going to be enough. So Ippon to Salza, and the Brazilians have got 2 through to the quarter-final, and it looks like an all-Brazilian semi-final matchup.
Tatami 1, 3 minutes to go.
So it's all down to attacks in the end, not to get the third Shido, and in the end, it was Souza fully committed there, Uchimata, and follows it through into the Newaza for the Wazeti Ippon. Shekrahu here, Turkey, up against Mabala and Antangana. And she never stops coming forward, does she, the Cameroon fighter? Antangana, full of action. Very experienced, of course, Shekrahu. First place in the African Championships 2021. This to go through to fight Souza of Brazil. Well, piling on the pressure there, isn't she, Antanga? Pushing forwards all the time. Well, you don't see, there's not many athletes, judoka, at this level coming from the Cameroon, and she carries the flag and the mantle with her, and she's really does them proud. She really does, Antanga. Tries a Sianagi there, didn't quite get the rotation, did she? Big arm over the top now. Needs to go on the inside of the leg. Yes, that's it. Well, Shekrahu there trying for a counter.
Tatami 1. It's time for the first quarter final for women over 78 kilos.
Az egyes számú főleg a nap első negyedmezője következik. Női 278 kilogrammal.
Well, Shekrahu hasn't done anything. I'm surprised, actually, she hasn't been penalised. I mean, she's, again, just going to floor, but the grips just not there. And so it's definitely Antanga that is dominating this contest with the attacks. One Shido up there to Shekrahu.
In white judo for the Netherlands, your spikers. In blue, representing Kyrgyzstan, Yuri Krakovetsky.
Almost Yoko Gak, isn't it, that, from Shekrahu? Well, Antangana just, oh, look at that. That was a nice counter. She went onto her back there. She'll be looking for a score, but with any kind of counter, if you go onto your back, then it can't score for you. And of course, the video referee asked for, and so it will go to the supervisors to have a look. Have a look at the, well, the landing. They just about got the landing there, but definitely as a counter technique, it wasn't a direct attack, so it won't count as a score, I wouldn't think. But been wrong a few times in this championships. So no score, I don't think. If she gets the rotation, she does get the score. And this time it's Shekruhu that is given the score. So that's interesting. I have to have another look at that. I was looking at it one way. Shekruhu just shakes her head there and says, what have I got to do? Second Shido going to go up to Shekruhu. And now she comes forwards here. Antanganana comes forwards all the time, and for me has been dominating this contest all the way through. This will be against the run of play. Antanganana really trying hard here, and Shekruhu doing nothing, just defending.
Is the one who's just moving around.
So we'll have a look at this score here now, just to see how that unfolded.
Tatami 3, break. 10 minutes before we start the quarterfinal contests on Tatami 3.
I don't really get that one. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I didn't think that Shekruhu had enough control there. But that's just my opinion. Right, okay, so we've got our quarterfinalists, and so we will be rejoining Mat 3. And we've got about a few minutes before that, so don't go away. And if you are looking with interest at the plus 78 kilos category for ladies, then Pool C and D here on mat number 3. We'll be back in a second.
Tatami 1, the last quarter-final, women or 78 kilo category.
Negyeddöntő következik az egyes számú szőnyegen. Szőnyegre lép Puerto Rico színeiben Melissa Moika, ellenfél a japán képviselő Asahina Sara.
That will be elbow in. Good push afterwards. And straight into the hold now. Yeah, what's the fight on? No. Doesn't matter. It's not even trying to get out.
Second round for men mower, 100 kilograms, Tatami 2. In white judo gi, for Brazil, David Moura. In blue judo gi, for Turkey, Cemal Erdoğan.
Right tail guy there from Moura. Out of the left turn. Switches to the other side. Very fast. So the left arm on the lapel. The other one quickly grabs the sleeve and he jumps underneath. Entirely on the board for David Moura. What I said, David Moura, technical, really good judo back. But this was a good technique. Now, in the Newaza, can David Moura roll him over? No. Good defense by the Turkish.
Tatami 3, 5 minutes to go.
Állásszámú szőnyegen 5 perc van hátra a kezdésig.
There it is. One thing's for sure, you'll have to place this left arm and keep the gap as big as possible, because when your hand is on your back, then you can.
Egyes számú szőnyegen negyeddöntőben győzött. Ezzel az elődöntőbe jut Asahina Sara. Melissa Monika a Vigaszágon folytathatja a versenyt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the preliminary contest on Tatami 1 has finished.
Hölgyeim és uraim,
Tatami 3, 2 minutes to go.
2 perc, és folytatjuk a küzdelmeket a 3-as számú szőnyegen.
Seconds, one more chance for Erdogan to do something about his score. There was already still for Mura. Time sticking away. That was the shoulder throw on the left side. First time we saw that in this contest, but with 2 seconds on the board. We can almost say for sure that David Mura. That's okay, man.
How you doing? Welcome back then to Mat 3, and we got the quarterfinals now just about to happen. Althaman just about to come out here against Tamita of Japan. So Althaman, Tamita, and then we've got Souza against Shakrahu. And one of those is going to go, well, 2 of those are going to go through to the semi-finals. Plus 78 kilograms, heavyweight divisions then. Heavyweight men, heavyweight women.
Tatami 3, it's time for the first quarterfinal for women over 78 kilos.
Althaman of Brazil in white here, and Tamita of Japan is in blue. Remember, this is pool C and D of the plus 78 kilograms. So left against right here. Althaman will start to go to work now. Big left arm over now. Is she going to stick an attack in? Whenever she attacks, it's a strong attack. That's what she wants, that big arm over. And she has the sleeve. Needs to use it now. Tamita doesn't like it at all there when Althaman is controlling the head and the sleeve. So I think we've got a bit of a problem here with the contact lens. Can't be easy, can it? Your forearms are blown, you're out there in the middle of the tatami, and you've got to try and get your contact lens right in the center of the eye. Just tries to focus Tamita in more ways than one. Left to right, but they're both on the sleeve. And I think Tamita will have to be careful that she doesn't just flop on the floor. It'll have to be a strong attack. Needs to go inside first, I think. Big arm over the top. This is obviously her tactic here, Ulthaman. Looking for the hips across. She'll look for the Ashiguruma. Now the Uchimata. 2 attacks there from Ulthaman. One Shido up there to Tamita. She's got to go in again, Ulthaman. And Tamita, she has got to do something. Scared to go in here. That big arm there now. Is it going to be the Uchimata? There's the Taitoshi this time from Tamita. That was get out of jail card, that one. So just set for a second penalty. Just saved it. Well, I think that is the main tactic, isn't it, there, with that big left arm there of Ulthaman, but she needs to be first in for the attack when she does it. Yeah, exactly. The coach is saying big arm over the back, that's what's causing the problems. It's wrong hand on first. She needs to go sleeve first and then throw the bomb over the back. Other way around. So Tamita now needs to, like from her perspective, she needs to operate that right hand, create that little bit of space and come across for the Taitoshi. 20 seconds of this first 4 minutes left. There's the Taitoshi again! Brilliant ippon there from Tamita. And, wow, she threatened that so many times. And for me, Ulthaman absolutely played the wrong tactics there. Just totally. I think she stopped putting that left arm over the top there. And she could do nothing about it, Tamita, when she had that arm across. And as soon as she allowed for Tamita to operate that lapel hand, the Suruti hand, it was inside. She starts to flick it around and then blasts across for the Taitoshi. Look at the direction hand, that Suruti hand there, the right one of Tamita. There's the first attack, there's the second one there, and it's the Kazushi and the Suruti hand working perfectly in unison with the feet. Tamita through to the semi-final. So Souza is the Brazilian hope now. Shikarahu, her opponent, and Souza is in white here.
Just begins Tatami 2. Now it's break for disinfection.
Hölgyeim és uraim, a 2-es számú szőnyegen higiéniai szünet következik.
Great bird's eye view there. of the two. Shekarahu trying to come underneath there, but the very long, rangy Salza there. Very upright stance. Good defense as well. No good just having good stance, though, without the attack. Got to attack. Fully agree with that. Again, trying to throw that big right arm over the top, Shekarahu, but no chance. He's just not got the reach for it. Should be looking for the Soda Makakomi, that's for sure. Easily stopped by Salza, but Salza will have to initiate. It's a second Shido up there for Shekarahu. Oh, now then. Now, she followed it backwards there, but not quite with the control of the hands. We'll have a look at that in a second there. The coach thought, yes, definitely Ippon, but she gets the submission there from the Osai Komi. She was holding for the full 20 seconds there. And when we have a look at the replay, we'll see that both hands probably came off there. So Shekarahu committed. Salza goes through to the semi-finals. So they have got a semi-finalist, the Brazilians, but it's not the number one in Brazil. Yes, the arms came off, and quite rightly no score, because it was Shekarahu that initiated the movement, but immediately there, Salza on top. So we got a little bit of a break now, probably around about 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back on to mat number 2 and 3 for the repechage finals and the semi-finals. So don't go away, join us in about 15 minutes. Well, welcome back. Here we go, and it's all systems go here. And on mat number 3 here, we've got Althamam against Sheikh Ruhu, and Althamam, Brazil. And this is a repechage final in the plus 78 kilos category. So one repechage final, plus 78, and one semi-final. Then we got the plus 100s as well, and the plus 100s semi-final. Of course, on mat number 2, you've got the other repechage final of both categories and the other semi-final on both categories. Tulufu against Majika on mat number 2. Althamam and Shikruhu fought such a lot on the world tour. Great view there, left-handed against right-handed here, Shikruhu. She doesn't like having the back controlled there. That went against the knee. That wasn't good. So that went up against the knee there, and it was an attack by Althamam. So I'm not sure whether that is going to be good. So we hope that it wasn't. I mean, it went against a straight leg, and of course, it is one of those situations. It's really unfortunate, and we just hope that it wasn't so bad that she can't continue there. And I think that possibility that she won't be able to. We'll see. Well, she's going to carry on. A little bit of blood then for Shikruhu. Tunisian coach looks on there. And obviously looks worried.
Tatami 2, the winner of the repechage contest. In white jewelry, representing France, Julia Tolofoy. Tolofoy qualifies for the bronze medal contest for women over 78 kilogram category.
So Althamam, favourite technique, Sianagi there, as you can see, and waiting for Shikruhu to come back out to continue this.
Semi-final for women over 78 kg.
A kettes számú szőnyegen női plusz 78 kg-os elődöntő következik.
Welcome judoka in the white jewelry, representing Cuba, two-time world champion, London Olympic Games champion, Rio silver medalist, and Beijing bronze medalist, Italy's Ortiz.
So here we go again. Shikruhu will battle through, but she is definitely defending that leg there. Remember, this is to get through to fight for 3rd place at the World Championships. No, it's just too bad, and I suspected that this would be the case. So the coach has said, no, we're not going to do it. This is not possible. Great decision from the coach. He was immediately out of his chair there. He said, no, this isn't going to happen. But all credit to Sheikh Rahu, because she came out there willing to give it a go and try. Othman will go through to fight for third place at the World Championships. Not the way that you want to go through, but no way could she continue there. Great decision by the coach there. And
Tatami 3, semi-final women.
so the semi-final then, Tomita of Japan coming out against Souza of Brazil. Tomita in white and Souza in blue. So both really good posture, and we should see some nice upright judo here. And of course, I think Souza's just going to be just a little bit too strong, and she's going to be cracking off, but she'll, cracking off the grip. But I think that we should. She should be careful of the penalties, because it will look as if she's not attacking. And I think that Tomita will be first in every time. But saying that, and when Souza goes, she really throws the attacks in, and it'll be hard. She's trying to get the right arm over the top, and Tomita is killing that right arm, killing the sleeve. So there's the first one. It's just what I suspected, really, that Tomita would put the work in, and Souza cannot afford another one, because then she will be really in trouble and under pressure. Big right arm over the top there, and again Tomita just taking that sleeve down. Still hasn't attacked yet, Souza. She needs to commit, needs to go in. Saying that, and we haven't seen an attack either from Tomita, but I mean, she won't. There we have now. Oh, now. Just goes across there. She's got the Ashiguruma. She has the Taitoshi across there. Needs to really go to the inside grip on the lapel and dominate that sleeve, really. Tomita, that's what she's trying to do. And I think Souza is trying to go over the top. Coming up to 3 minutes. Coming across now, that's another 2 attacks there, but from Tomita. Another couple of attacks and there'll be a danger then. Real danger of a second penalty. So close to receiving that second penalty. So fight for grips, and this 4 minutes has gone so quickly. Now she's starting to go to work. And I could see the arms of the Brazilian coach there up in the air, and she's going, I need you to attack. Now the arm's over, and that was close there. Oof, that was very, very close, wasn't it? Tamita just too late there. The bell had gone. It's going into golden score, this semi-final. So 2 Japanese in the semi-finals here. You've got Asahina of Japan up against Ortiz of Cuba, the Olympic and world champion. She was the Olympic champion, not now, but she is the world champion, and she is there against the former world champion, of course, Sarah Asahina. That's happening on mat number 2. Sasai this time and the best way out arm over the top there is with a Sasai. Attacking that leg, well, as soon as that arm starts coming over there, just attack that front leg. Penalty each up there now. Tamita has got a penalty up there. Look how she takes that hand down, controls the end of the sleeve. Got to be careful she doesn't pin it to the hip. And now trying to attack before that right hand goes on. Has a cross grip there. Souza tries the left Seoinage this time, Tamita. Well, that's unusual. Japanese coach there, just being told to just button it a little bit because he was talking while they were fighting. Now, who's going to put the work in here? And it's a world final that's at stake, and now it's all over. Sodisura Kamigoshi there from Tamita, and the first time that she opened up there, she went off the sleeve and just created that opening. And she's been throwing people all day, I've got to say, but that was really nice. And Souza goes over the top. Tamita will go through. Who she's going to fight in the final, we're not quite sure. Souza will come back to fight for 3rd place. Altherman also fighting for 3rd place. Well, look at that. Camo has just thrown the fin for a massive ippon. And that was the first of the repechage fight of the plus 100s. And Camo, who's been on form all day, I've got to say, has just come out there and immediately attacked. Seoinage, ippon Seoinage, bird's eye view there. Ippon Seoinage, and I've got to say that the Finn didn't stand a chance, and he's been fighting so well. I mean, he really has. Pulmanian of Finland, wow. Just got caught flat, I think. Wow, semi-final then of the plus 100s, and we've got Rafael Silva of Brazil up against Kagura of Japan. The other semi-final, Basheev against Zelashvili, and that will be happening on mat number 2. Mat 3. Silva up against Kagura. Huge man, Silva. How consistent has he been? And it's been interesting, hasn't it, that he has had David Moura coming out at all the events building up to the Olympic Games. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there, the Brazilians, Moura or Silva. But if Silva gets through to the final, I suspect he'll have problems with it, selection that is. Both receiving Shido. Got to open up. We know that Rafael Silva, he can, when he opens up, he can throw anybody. He really can. He's got nice technique, but he just sometimes leaves it a little bit late. So left-handed Kagura, but he does a right-handed Sioi as well. There's the left-handed Sioi. He was the last person to beat the great Teddy Riner, so he doesn't mind fighting the giants. Oh, nice Uchimata there from Silva. This would be a real coup, actually, to get Kagura through to the final of this heavyweight division. They haven't had a heavyweight champion for a little while, quite a while. Of course, the great Teddy Riner has been dominating that category for a long time. Kosei Inui there, just looking a little bit anxious. They won't have a better chance than now for a little while. To get a world title in the heavyweight division, that is. But don't write off Silva. Silva, so experienced. There's the technique. Sasai on one side now. Got good measure of that Seoinage. I'm wondering if Kagura will change it. Well, is he going to change it? Going one way all the time is not always the best solution. You've got to go over the other flank as well. And look at that grip there, end of the sleeve grip. It's got right on the end there, but it could be construed as thumb inside. I'm wondering, does he get it? Yes, he does. He gets, well, second Shido up there for Silva. And Kagura, one Shido on the board. Trying to control the head there, Silva. He's got good measure of that Seoinage, but it is getting deeper and deeper. Seoinage again. It's not got the angle for the right-handed one. Trying to attack that front leg. He might change it now. Into golden score. Anybody's match. I don't think Rafael Silva will have a better chance of getting to a world final than this. Big right arm over the top, but he's got both of the lapels here, and that is, if he holds on for too long, it's definitely a Shido, because you can't grab hold both lapels and pull the head down and just keep it there. I think if he does it again, there's going to be a third penalty going up to Rafael Silva. Same grip. Really surprised that they're letting that go on, and he's going to lose it. That's it. That's going to be it. She's going to say that it's the lapel grip that did it. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that could have happened quite a bit earlier, I think. I really do. But video referees, video panel there saw it, and Kagura goes through. So a third penalty goes up, and he just stayed on that double lapel too long. It is a world semi-final, but you can't have different rules for a world semi-final. Look how he's just pulling the head down there, and we said, well, wouldn't allow that to happen without going in, without actually attacking. And he can attack as well, Rafael Silva. Kagura then goes through to the to the final, and well, we still don't know who it is that he's going to be fighting. It's going to be the winner out of Bashaev and Zalashvili, and that is still going on. So on mat number 3 here, we are going to well, say goodbye for a little while. I'm going to be back up on mat number 2 for the final block, and that's going to be all medal matches, and that is going to be 5 o'clock our time here in Hungary, which is 4 o'clock in the UK, but in Europe it's 5 o'clock. From me, Neil Adams, until a little bit later on, we're going to see some great stuff. It's goodbye for now.
today in the preliminaries. We remind you that
Well, good afternoon and welcome to our roundup of all the action from the preliminaries on day 7, this final day of individual competition here at the Judo World Championships. And I'm delighted to be standing alongside Loretta Kusatdal, a former world champion, who can tell us all about what we've seen. Loretta, let's begin with the under 78 kilo category.
Well, it was a good, interesting competition, really, up to now for this weight category. You had 40 competitors. There's obviously one or two that are not here, but those that were the likes of Ortiz as the number 1 seed coming into this competition was strong right from the word go. The biggest challenge was Asahina in that semi-final, and that was what we would expect, a very closed shop contest. Neither one of them were giving much away, but when it actually come down to it, in the golden score, they managed to Asahina managed to then defeat Ortiz, who will go now down and fight away for a bronze medal. Now, Asahina's looked on form. Her sasais are working extremely well for her. She has been bringing the larger women down by just using her ashiwazers, and her transition, again, like we always expect with the Japanese, are extremely fast and very precise. And this is what's been a sort of winning ingredient for her today. And I think this is what we're going to be looking for in the final. But in that final, she's going to come against a teammate from Japan. And they have fought each other before. Tomita they've had one each, a head-to-head as far as wins. The last time they came together was in Tokyo for the Osaka, it was, for the Grand Slam, and that's where Asina had won. That was in 2019. But before that was back in 2015, and the roles reversed there. So it's one each, but I think the person that's on form and the one that is so hungry and that desire and has that youth behind her is obviously Asahina. So for me, that's the prediction of that final. Bronze medal, well, I would say that you've got Atherman and Ortiz. Now, we spoke about this earlier on, that we had looked at the head-to-heads and they have competed against each other 16 times, and Ortiz has beaten her every time. So you've got to say she's got to be quietly confident when she comes out for that bronze medal. If it all goes wrong, well, you know, that's definitely an amazing win for the Brazilian. So again, we've got to see, will it be 17 or will it be 16-1? So that's something we've got to look for.
And in the second bronze medal contest, who have we got there?
Tolofua from France, for me, is my bet. Watching her, she's quite a tall but very, very strong athlete. She comes over with the right hand high on the collar. Those legs step right across for an osotogari. She's deadly on that. When she gets the grip, high collar or deep on the back, she is very, very dangerous. Good gripping style and very powerful in her entry to her attacks. She follows right through and she's unstoppable if she gets 2 hands on. And that'll be the danger for Souza, and that's something she's got to watch. If she stands still with her and she allows her to come over the top, it's all over and done with.
Okay, that's the lineup that we've got for you in the plus 78 kilo category. Let's take a look at how things went in the plus 100 kilo category.
Well, Bashiev was the number 1 seed coming into this World Championships, and no surprises, he's in the final. This is somewhere you had Rafael Silva, who again was the number 2. He fell to Kagura in that semi-final. Again, it was a really interesting match, and part of me is a little bit disappointed for Silva, because I just thought if he'd got any chance of getting in that final, this was the year to do it. And but sadly, Kagura, he was on form. Again, he was very, very strong. He was one of the top 4 seeds, and so there's no surprise him being in that final. It's going to be very interesting between those two. But I think Bashiev, for me, is someone that's just that little bit sharper, and I think he might just come through. But again, you can't write either one of these two athletes off for that number 1 spot. They're both great judo players. Right,
you mentioned Tamerlan Bashayev, you mentioned Rafael Silva and Kageura Kokoro. What happened to our number 4 seed, Gela Zalashvili of Georgia, the 21-year-old Georgian?
Well, he fell from Bashiev, so no
In that semi-final.
in the semi-final. So that was the sort of stumbling hurdle for him. But he is there with Camo. He's there in for a bronze medal. He's in for a chance for a place on that podium, and so we can't write him off. And to be honest, when you look at the lineup, there was 32 athletes participating in this weight category, and there was some strong athletes in the mix. So to be on that podium after everything that we've seen and the quality of athletes that's participated, that will be a good result with the lead up to the Olympic Games.
I've got some concerns for Gela Zalishvili when it comes to the bronze medal contest with Yahiv Kamo, simply because of the physique and the style of Yahiv Kamo. It's very similar to Tamerlan Bashaev. This is not one of those big, typical super heavyweights. There's lots of movement, nice throwing skills, and I think that Gela Zalishvili, for two reasons, is going to suit Yahiv Kamo. One, he is a genuine super heavyweight, Gela Zalishvili, and the other thing is he's coming after this, really deflating loss that he's just had in the semi-final. He's going to have a little bit of trouble, bouncing back and coming back against Kamo. A little bit tricky, this one for him, I think.
But what you can't write off is that he is so agile. Very flexible, he's sharp and he's fast, especially with the heavyweights. And if he can move them and he gets in with that Sianagi, he's unstoppable. So, like you say, it all depends if he can move. If he can move the athlete and he can get underneath them, then we can see, I think, a quick win. If he can do that in the opening.
Right, okay, we've got that to look forward to at 5 o'clock. It's about 4.5 hours. Yeah, we've got quite a long break today. We look forward to your company at 5 o'clock, but from the rest of Kusat Dol and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Come on, dear.